too. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another YouTube video. Today is Tuesday, and it's not too bad of a day. You know, the problem here with these cars, there's some cars that are parked in between the lanes. It's because they get here late. It kind of blocks me a little bit. You know, it's like, come on, guys, don't block me off. Please don't block me off. But it's all right. We can wiggle out this one. I just don't want to hit any cars. I have to go around these suckers. I want to go in between cars. Can't imagine being the first one to leave and then there's cars just in the middle. Like, that must be annoying. All right, we're out. Nice and safely. Whew. Today was I started off with harder units. Not too bad, you know, just standard stuff really. Well, harder units, but it wasn't that bad. I think I got better out of them because they didn't feel as bad as they usually do. But yeah, and then we went on to doing some easier units. So overall, it was a pretty good day. We got out pretty early. It's like 1:20 probably. Yeah, so pretty good time, especially with the amount of waiting. And I almost did a 14th one too, so I basically did a whole additional one minus a couple of things, but I did the gist of it, so that puts me at ease. I mean, normally I wouldn't do that, but you know, I was there waiting, so you know, why not just do it? I mean, if I really wanted to, I could leave every single day with, like, you know, like basically being kicked out at the end of the day, probably like at 3 o'clock, and get like 2 more done every day, you know, relatively around that amount. But I just want to go home. Sometimes I think about that. Sometimes I'm like, oh, maybe I can do that. But by the time it's like, you know, 12 o'clock, I'm like, I just want to go home. I'm tired. Like, I've been running up. I don't want to be here all day, you know, but it really isn't all day because it's not that bad. I mean, 1 o'clock, 12 o'clock isn't really that bad at all, but not that I want to go any higher. It's just I can definitely stay longer, and I've definitely worked longer hours before on average with other jobs, so it's not that either. So, but it's not that it's bad or late. It's just that by the time that I'm done, everyone's already done. Like, you know, everyone's already gone. Like, you know, usually at least half the plan is gone already. So I'm just like, I don't want to be standing out. I don't want to be the one that's like the last one there, you know. So it's all right, but I just don't want to stand out. I just want to be part of the group. In terms of not looking like I'm the last one, you know, or people looking at me and like, oh, you should just go home. There's no need for you to work on any other extra units. For the longest time before, I used to feel like I had to survive the job. Like, each day was a survival trial, and I had to survive. I mean, I could not but do anything else but survive. You know, but this job feels like a job, like something that I'll leave there with no mental stress, which I'm really glad about. I'm lucky about. So I'm happy about it. So I am happy about that because, you know, once I leave work, it's like, that's that, and I'm over here now. So I'm very glad about that. And I get out early and I get paid well, so it's not just the bare minimum, it's beyond that too. So it's great. I think a job like this, which I got really lucky at, because I got the job because someone broke their leg. So yeah, the funny thing was, it's not funny because, well, it's funny because he's okay and he still has his job and he's working here or where I'm at. But it was a company game, baseball game, and I'm not sure what happened exactly, but he slipped and he ended up injuring himself somehow. But he basically couldn't really perform the job at all, so he was out. And so then they had to hire somebody else, and my team leader, at the right time, I guess. And then they're like, "Hey, we'll give you a shot. If you really want it, you can try it out and see if you can keep up." And luckily as well, we weren't doing that many units at the time, so only 8 a day. That's I can take it up to an hour per unit. Now we're doing 13, so it's like it's a little different, but again, I mean, it's not bad at all. I've gotten way faster now. I know the units, and I know ways to get faster at them, or I know where I take long and where I go pretty fast. So that's I'm glad I'm here now. So it was very lucky how I got the job, and I think that goes for a lot of good paying jobs. Because when you go into a place, you're not gonna get the best job that that is available, unless it's like some kind of credential specialized job, right? But in terms of factory work that I've done my whole life, I guess my work life, the good jobs are the ones that have already been taken, and by people that are there for been there for like 5-6 years. You're gonna get the shitty jobs, because when that spot opens up, someone's gonna take it. So, and I also got lucky in the aspect because I was a guy, because I needed more muscle, since the other guys working there were complaining that they didn't have enough manpower to use when it came to helping with like the awnings, the appliances, like heavy lifting essentially. So my team leader passed on other good trimmers, like way better than me. Obviously, I don't know anything, but better than me. For me, because I had muscle. So I don't have muscle, but I got enough, I guess. So, and I always help out. That's my thing. It's like in the situation that I would be subject to consideration of removal or change, I would have my teammates to back me up and say, "Hey, this guy is always helps out, and he's always there." So I'm trying to let him through. Dale, mijo, dale. Okay, we're done. Pickles. So in the case that I would be subject to removal of any sort or change of any kind, I would hope my teammates would chime in and say, "Hey, he always helps out. He's always here." Like, whatever the case would be, he's got good faith for everybody. So, that's my leverage, I guess. But I do it generally because I want to. When someone asks me for help, I'll help them out because I can, not because I need to, just because I can and I want to. So it's like if it doesn't take much time for me, then let's do it. So, and it just makes me more integrated with the group. That is how you survive in the workplace, honestly. Like, if you're always outcasted, because humans are, everyone knows this, humans are genetically prone to, hubs of people, communities. So it's like, if you're the one that's always outside the group, always by himself, it's like, it's a job, it's like whatever. But if it comes down to it, they would probably remove someone that's more of an outcast and someone that's more liked, because guess what? The person that's more liked, more favorable, is usually the one that's more talkative because of that reason, because they're talking to people, they're interacting with people, they're communicating with people. So guess what? They're gonna be like, well, between him and this guy I really like, we're gonna choose the guy because he's more friendly, more talkative, more teamwork based. So it's like, just do something like that, and just get involved with your team, and they can go pretty far. It gets so dry after work. That's one issue I deal with when I'm trying to talk to you guys, is that my mouth gets so dry, and I don't want to keep drinking my water as I'm talking to you guys, because it's like, it's your time. If you're watching this, it's your time. I don't want to waste a single second of me just, waiting around or waiting to talk, because you got better things to do than just hear me talk about, or hear me drink water, or hear me drink water or yawn. That's why most of my edits, if not all of it, is just me cutting the yawns or like the pauses in between that are just more than a couple seconds. All this is for like humanity, cars, and all that. It's because it's crazy that we've gotten this far into society. It's like you look at monkeys, our closest relative in DNA. It's like wow, like we've just been that. But here we are building cars, creating societies, creating trouble, making nuclear deterrent weapons. It's insane that we're this far, and we're the only ones that gotten this far. That's hard to believe. I mean, come on. We're destined to be the ones that, lead the world. That's pretty sad. I mean, that's in reality of all things. If humanity is the destined species of survival, I don't even know what survival would be, but I don't know, humanity, I guess. If humanity was the one species that has to bring, everything together, that's rough, because we're doing a pretty bad job as a whole. I mean, if you think about, God, so I'm gonna pain in my foot. Yeesh. Ow. I don't know if I stepped on a splinter or something. Sorry guys, give me a second. I feel like this pain is just radiating from my foot. If you think about like hypotheticals here, where, hear me out, like what if this whole time, instead of just dealing with problems of religion, all that stuff, what if you just focus on like science, like technology, that imagine how much farther we would be. We would probably be in what we would think of the future from other points of view, other points of time, like flying cars, stuff like that. I mean, most likely, maybe not necessarily that, those crazy things, but in terms of medicine as well, we would probably be a lot further, eradicate every single thing. It's obvious that society, regardless of how much science is there, some people will think that they have the better ideas in terms of compared to doctors that have been researching stuff for generations and figuring things out. So, in terms of morals and wisdom and humanity, that's kind of cycle every probably 200 years. But in terms of medicine, technology, we'd probably be a lot farther. Now, what we would do with that technology, medicine, I guess it depends on what our society feels like prioritizing. But that would be pretty cool. But then again, that would be a perfect society where we want to get along. Involved in important matters, which is as much as I'm going to say on that aspect. But yeah, I don't know why I brought it up, but I just thought about it. I'm like, where would we be with that? I think I'm going to end it here, guys. I don't got much else to say. I got homework this week. Got quite a bit done yesterday, actually, so I'm happy about that. Currently reading Sabriel, going through the audiobook. That's pretty good. I just finished Invincible season 3, so that was really good too. I let my nephew borrow my Compendium number 1, so you can check that out. It's pretty good stuff. But I'm not sure what else I want to watch. I don't watch TV that often, but I have to put my kid down. It's like, what do we watch now? YouTube. YouTube isn't bad either, so who knows what we're gonna watch this week. But I'll see you guys next time.